Hello viewers, welcome again to Already Late. I am back with you today with the analysis of day 3 of the 5-day stimulus announcements. While I would have loved to see the finance minister breaking all the suspense together, what I love about this 5-day series is it gives me an opportunity to be with you more often. So here I begin with the day 3 announcements made by the finance minister. The first measure was 2% interest subvention for dairy cooperatives for the financial year 2020-21. This move will bring in an additional liquidity of 5,000 crore rupees spread across the year, and it will benefit 2 crore farmers. A decent measure to start day 3. The next measure was a financing facility of rupees 1 lakh crore towards Agri Infrastructure Fund. This is for development of cold chain and post-harvest management infrastructure somewhere around the localities of the farmers. A brilliant measure which will go a long way in improving agricultural efficiency. But, this is a classic copy-paste from the budget speech. This was already announced in February during the budget, and there was no need for a repetition here. We were waiting for the stimulus, not a repetition. The next measure was 10,000 crore rupee scheme for formalization of micro food enterprises. The government expects this scheme to help 2 lakh micro food enterprises to upgrade to FSSAI standards and build globally competing brands. A wonderful initiative which should have been done long ago, but nevertheless being done now. I only hope that the scheme gets rolled out real quick and implemented very effectively. Rupees 20,000 crore support for fishermen through Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana for the development of marine and inland fisheries. Of this, 11,000 crores is for marine activities, the operation side, and 9,000 crores for infrastructure including harbors, cold chains, markets and so on. This is a measure that will take at least a couple of years to take shape. Another positive measure that aims at long-term development of the sector rather than focusing on the immediate relief. An outlay of 13,343 crores was announced for National Animal Disease Control Program. This is there to ensure 100% vaccination for cattle, buffalo, sheep, goat, pig, etc., targeting 53 crore animals. Wonderful! Except that this was initiated in June 2019, and in almost 1 year, government has been able to vaccinate 1.53 cows and buffaloes. Was I discussing stimulus? Yes, but I doubt if the finance minister mixed up a few things. The next measure was setting up of Animal Husbandry Infrastructure Development Fund with an amount of 15,000 crore rupees. This is being done to support private investment in dairy processing and cattle feed infrastructure. The incentive is most likely going to be in the form of interest subvention. Again, a lot of capital expenditure, so interest subvention, decent. All I can say is yet another good long-term measure should have been part of the budget and not part of the stimulus package. The next measure was rupees 4,000 crores which have been allocated for herbal cultivation over the next 2 years. When I read this, I actually read this once more to be sure if I read it right. Yes, the government will spend rupees 4,000 crores over next 2 years. And here we are hoping for a stimulus that can help us with quick economic recovery. Seems to be a disconnect. Well, I don't know. The finance minister also tried to do a Namo today and came up with a slogan, from top to total. Rupees 500 crores have been allocated under Operation Green. Under this operation, there used to be 50% subsidy on transportation from surplus regions to deficit regions and another 50% subsidy on storage costs. This was applicable for tomatoes, onions, potatoes earlier, the top, and now will be extended to all vegetables as a pilot for 6 months. That is top to total. There were some big announcements about amending the Essential Commodities Act and to bring a legislation to bring in agricultural reforms. These are extremely positive reforms good announcements, and it will reduce the stranglehold of the middlemen in the agriculture supply chain. My only thought is, are these part of stimulus, or just that the government realize now that these reforms have to be made? I will not be too harsh on the government and accept these reforms as a welcome move. Der aaye, durust aaye, aaye to sahi. All in all, if I were to comment on the measures announced today, it looked like the Office of Finance Minister mixed up some sheets from the draft budget report along with the stimulus package sheets. Most of the announcements today were either already part of the budget or should have been part of the budget. All in all, the disappointment continues for day 3. More so because high expectations were set by our Honorable Prime Minister on 12th May with the 20 lakh crore rupee figure announced. So let's wait till tomorrow to see if we can get some positive surprises. Until then, you know what you have to do. Like my video, share it with others. Thank you.